In the bottom right of Ruby Rock, we do have Classic. In the top left, it is Solar playing as the Brute War Zerg here. Classic, of course, the SC2 Terran is gonna wall his... SC2 Protoss is gonna wall his entrance. Like a PVZ in SC2. Of course, SC Brute War, you kind of also want to do the same. You want to be safe against the Lynx here. With no queens available, there is definitely a lack of anti-air here for the Brute War race. So you kind of want to go into Hydras anyways, very fast, because you need to have something to deal with Oracles, for example, or with Void Rays for that matter, right? Phoenixes, any kind of harassment that your opponent can throw at you. And those Hydras, I don't think they are light, so the Phoenix bonus damage does not apply to them. So Phoenixes, like in lower numbers, are actually not that great against the SC Brute War Hydra. I like the Overload skin, man, it looks really cool. Now, spawning pool common online in here. Do you hear that sound? Iconic sound. He spits it out. Love to hear it. Such a disgusting sound, it's great. It really fits Zerg. And lore, fantasy, whatever. Now, what is Classic gonna play here? What opening are we gonna see? Are we gonna see a Twilight, a Robo, or a Stargate? We could see anything. And there's the proxy hatchery in front. So he's gonna wall with this a little bit. After making a couple links, he's gonna take his third base. That's gonna be the fourth hatchery. It's gonna be some macro hatcheries, of course, here for SC Brute War Zerg, since they do not have any macro mechanics with the queens, for example, and their injects. So you need to get extra bases or extra hatcheries to just get that lava production going, or you just outmine your potential to produce. And we'll catch that probe. These links actually do have a little bit of a faster attack speed than the Brute War, sorry, the SC2 links. And there, by the way, is the Hydralisk Den. He will wall with an evolution chamber here for now. I wonder if there's like a way to pass through, or if this is just the anti... I guess the links can pass through, and the shade also, so maybe this is an intentional wall. I guess it's not, so probably he messed that up a little bit. I've seen it on this map by a lot of players actually. Them messing up. We see the first few Hydras, and you see they're only biological. So what would do extra damage to them is Archons, for example, since they have their versus biological bonus damage. Man, this Adept is doing so much damage. It's gonna kill 4 drones. Wow, that was an insane Adept. Definitely messing that wall up here. The hatchery not in the perfect position, has like a small gap over here. I've seen this gap already been an issue for a lot of players here. Bjorn, I think I've seen this as well, where he walled in this location with a barracks and was just one tile off kind of, and Lynx managed to slip by there. Hydra speed on the way here. Doesn't really have too many drones right now. He's making a bunch of Hydras. Maybe he's gonna go for a Hydra bust. Speed definitely kind of points in that way. You usually want to get... I guess speed is a good one, first upgrade. So let's see how fast they're gonna be. We're looking at 3.06 movement speed right now. It's gonna be 4.33. That's more than 30% increase, isn't it? So they're gonna be very fast here. And look at the number. He has so many. He's going into the range upgrade right now after this. He does not have an evolution chamber. He does not have a lair. Hashtag Hydra is so scary. It's insane. And remember, these units are one supply. So he actually does have 15 Hydras with 20 army supply. It's insane. They're one supply. You can make 200 of those potentially. You can even potentially make more. He's already branking the front And he broke the cybernetics core, so there's no shield batteries coming behind us. There's no more stalkers coming behind us. He doesn't blink. He wants to warp in stalkers, but he can't. So he immediately threw down another one. And now it's finished up, and he can finally warp in some extra stalkers here. But he had to make like 3 zealots, which is basically going to do nothing because there's no charge for those guys. He's going into that immortal behind. He's gonna finish that up in a moment. I hope he makes a prism or anything to kind of get some micro potential out of that. But he doesn't actually have that much money here. Classic is kind of starved. And man, those Hydras are just amassing here. Guardian Shield is going to be very powerful. But this looks so strong. I don't even know how you would hold this one. You kind of need fast AoE to get rid of these Hydras, man. Like a Disruptor or something. Disruptors should be able to one-shot these. But yeah, you can of course split against Disruptors. So I don't know, man. Where's your, well... Where's your defense, Classic? Where's your stuff? Maybe force fields are a good choice, but he doesn't have the sentries, he doesn't have the units, he doesn't have anything left. He's gonna lose that last immortal. He has a couple cheap battles. See, those are so delayed because he simply wasn't able to produce any because he lost that core so fast. Now they are unpowered as well. GG is gonna be called. He says OP Zerk. No, I don't know what he said, but that was a very good game by Solar. Man, that Hydra bust really cut through that Protoss defense. I think you probably need force fields to hold that off, or you need to have like a... the thing is, even Colossi are not that great against Hydras. So even if you go fast Colossus, it's not going to be that good. Fast Storm is also not the best because Storm is just not powerful enough anymore. It doesn't even kill one Hydra, like... Oh, I guess it kills one Hydra now, but... Yeah. Like, you need to stand in the full duration, so you can actually tank a lot of Storm damage. Do you need cannons, maybe? Not sure, maybe cannons are the way to go. With some Storm, you know? But definitely, Classic was underestimating that even after that great Adept, which killed 4 probes, right? Or workers, he still just got busted by the Hydras. Excuse me, no upgrades, only speed, only range there. No +1, nothing. And maybe you need charge first. Maybe going blink is not the way in this matchup. I'm not sure. But this time Classic is gonna choose the Brood War race, so he will have a chance to show how OP Protoss in Brood War can be against a SC2 Zerg. In the top right of Celestial Enclave it is Classic, in the bottom left it is Solar. Of course these players are kind of used to play the SC2 Brood map pool, so they're kind of straying away from the Brood War maps a little bit, it seems. Been picking only SC2 maps in the first couple of maps here. First couple of sets. Yeah, love to see it. It's a very defensible map, so might see a little bit of a longer game. I wouldn't hate to see that, actually. It's gonna be a forge opening. Is he gonna cannon rush potentially? He could. Of course, that probe will be seen, and he will know that he's spotted. Because he also sees the Overlord there. There's gonna be an Overlord already sitting down here, so I don't think he's gonna go through with the idea of cannon rushing. It's just gonna be a defensive forge. Let's see, I think you need 3 pilots to block this off. One over here. Oh, I guess you can do it like that, and then one over here. And now he's walled in. Now he makes the cannon, he cancels this pylon, he goes out with the probe again. No, he cancels this and make a gate down here. Okay, so he's gonna cancel this pylon. And he gets the cancel on the base. Solar's gonna take the backdoor base. I think he will cancel the cannon as well. He already has his nexus going up, gateway is going up. He probably wants to throw down a cannon eventually at home. Maybe he's gonna let this one finish, let's see. So he actually lets this one finish. It's gonna zone any drones here for a moment. Of course, queens can kind of pick away at the pylon, I think. We need to see how the range works out though. So we've got 7 range on the cannon. I think queens should be barely able to hit the pylon without getting shot, but not 100% sure. You can always throw down a pylon next to it or throw down another cannon in front. There's a lot of opportunities right now for classic, but this is already looking pretty good. And he's making zealots now. He's got his core about to finish. Let's see what he's gonna do afterwards. Gonna throw down a cannon for now. Should probably place another pylon. He needs like construction space at home. He's gonna have a lot of free supply, but he just needs to be able to make more things. There's gonna be a Stargate. Oh! Are we gonna see scouts? It could be scouts. Scouts actually not that terrible in SE2 engine. I think they are a little bit buffed from their actual Brood War stuff. And there's the probe, pretty dead. So let's see, the queen range is 5 on ground. So maybe the cannon can still defend this position. I'm not exactly sure how big with that hitbox of the structure, how that range exactly works out. So he will check this backdoor for now. On the natural, of course, there's a backdoor, which is openable. He's gonna produce scouts, actually. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I want to see him place a pylon down here. He's gonna make one over here, okay. And the goon is gonna chase out the overlord. That Stargate was seen, but he doesn't exactly know what's gonna be produced. You can see Corsairs, of course. But yeah, scouts is a way to go. He's gonna snipe that overlord. Is he gonna produce more scouts, or is it gonna only be that one? Actually, they're not that slow. They don't feel as slow as they feel in Brood War. And they're pretty powerful in anti-air. Air-to-air, they really shoot down overlords fast. And I think they're versus ground. Let's check the versus ground. So they have 2 attacks that got changed. It used to be 4 attacks. Then they have 7 damage. So why is 4 attacks pretty bad? Because it gets 4 times reduced by armor values. So if you have like a Ling with +1 and a scout deals, I don't know, let's say 4 damage times 4. Hey, that's more than 2 times 7, right? So 2 times 7 would be 14, if I'm not mistaken, and 4 times 4 would be 16. So you deal 2 more damage technically. But if you hit anything with armor, you'll get reduced by 4 damage. With the 4 times 4, and with the 2 times 7 you'll get only reduced by 2 damage. So it kind of evens out, but the higher the armor values go, like in the early stages, but the higher the armor values go, the better it is for the... Oh, there's the Nidus. Oh, there's the Nidus. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 classic. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. There's so many Hydras. Oh, no, damn. Where's your AoE? Oh, classic. There's the fleet bacon. But where is your AoE? The scouts are coming back home. The scouts are coming back home. The cannons are warping in. There's gonna be another Nidus. Hydras. Here to fight. Probes. Drilling on the Nidus worm. There's no sheep batteries. Hydras are actually man, those scouts are kind of making this work for now, but more and more Hydras stream in, and the scouts are not gonna be able to heal, hold the line here. Classic is gonna fall. Wow, it was such a cool idea. But if he would have gone into a robo, for example, and have scarabs to deal with this, it would be no-brainer to defend that one. It's very interesting that this map... Ah yeah, cheap viewers, we're gonna ban you. Don't worry, bro. It's very interesting to see that this map does actually lend itself to super all-in strategies over the actual macro game, even though it is a very macro-oriented map with that backdoor base, but people just go too greedy on that. It feels like people just go too greedy on that. Alright, there we go. Gonna ban this dude. No commercials allowed. We don't buy streamers. We don't buy viewers. We find them. Okay. So that's a 2-0 for Solar already. Let's see if Classic can bring it back now in this third map, or if Solo's just gonna run away with it. I hope Classic can take a map win here. Mothership is gonna be that map, and we will see Classic again playing the Brood War race. It's a best of 5, of course. Solo's up 2-0 right now, and we'll hop into that game here. In the top right position, we've got Classic. In the center left position, we've got Solar. Solar with the SC2, of course. Excuse me, and Classic with that Brood War Protoss. So he didn't have a successful opening again last game, but then he goes too greedy, and he had that in both games so far. So he's gonna go into a gateway expand this time. It means he's gonna be more flexible. He does not have the cannon rush potential, but he will have very early zealots, which are quite powerful. He's actually gonna go into a 2-gate, so he might just do some cheese himself. But he does not use the 2-gate in the center, so you need to be a little bit careful, right? You don't know where your opponent is. Solar is going to the right direction here, and that might help Classic if he actually scouts in the same position. Okay, so this is more like a SC2 opening though, right? So he's just making the double gate. He's throwing down a Nexus now very early. It's like a PvP opening. The double gate into the Cybernetics core. And I guess he's gonna have enough money for the Cybercore now, yeah? Where is it? Wait, he just makes Zealots. He just doesn't make the Cybercore. What is he doing? Why is he not attacking? I know he doesn't have Vespene yet, but... in the simulator, but why is he not attacking? So he will get the good scout, right? So he sees this. There's the first geyser. But the tech is so delayed. Just getting the Cybernetics core up and running would have been such a great tool already, because you kind of need to have something with some range. Some Dragoons would be nice. Or just getting up that... the Citadel would have been, ASAP would have been a very nice thing to have. There's gonna be that Cyber finally going down here. Very, very late Cybernetics core. This might come to hurt him. He's not gonna have any Zealot speed for quite a while. There's gonna be Link speed against this. I don't feel you have much of an opportunity against the speedlings, right? With Zealots. And he's even gonna run in with a couple links. He needs to block that with a probe. One probe is gonna be enough for now. There's gonna be a Zealot hitting this immediately as well. And the Zealot is gonna be strong. It's gonna kill those 2 links. But yeah, look at that. He has like 4 Zealots, 5, 6 Zealots. They can't really stand up to 20 speedlings. There's gotta be a Stargate coming online again. I think that was scouted though. Yeah, it is actually in vision of the Overlord, so making that in the main base might have been a little better. But this could also be a red herring. That's gotta be a very late speed though on those Zealots. And Solar's just going into a 2-base lair again. He could go... it might just be another Nidus. This time Link Queen though, even faster. He doesn't even drone this base up. I was gonna say he could go into 2-base muter, but that's even not gonna be an option with this little of an economy. He's trying to get a few more drones out, but... I guess he's gonna start saturating this base. He could still go into the muter play. Ooh. You kind of want to see a cannon with this, right? I guess the scout is gonna fulfill that role eventually, once it's gonna pop, so you can't really pressure the wall too much. Is he gonna have... yeah, he might just go into mutas. He's gonna go into another geyser here. He's gonna have 200 exactly when the lair is gonna finish. 200, 200. I'm gonna expect the spy over here. No, it's gonna be down here. And it's gonna be HYDRA then. There we go. Okay. So overwhelming in the air might have been a cool choice. Of course, you need to get the thing done then, because you don't want him to produce the Corsairs, which just shred mules. The scout is coming in, it's gonna go for some overlord hunting. We'll only see the queen though, does not actually scout properly. So he does still, again, not know about the Hydralisks, and we could see another Nidus play here. There is some space in the main, which is not in vision of Classic. And Classic again is going for the scout route, he's again going for the fleet beacon, again going for the Stargate. Number 2 here with this, and even though he got finally some Zealot speed here, Zealot legs, so he can actually pressure out with the Zealots, I don't feel like he's gonna have enough of an army to stand up against a bunch of Hydra Ling again. He still hasn't seen those Hydras. He might be able to cancel the base, but at what cost? He's actually gonna commit to the base, but he will see the Hydras now. There's no way to recall these units, so he needs to kind of stand and fight, because the Lings are gonna catch you anyways. And that's just not a favorable trade. Hey, lucky you, you got the cancel, but you lose your whole army for this? Was it worth it? I don't think so. Again, he lacks the AoE. Again, he just simply doesn't have enough units to kind of foster a defense here. And Hydras are coming in. Hydra speed is coming in. Do they already have range? I think they do. Yeah, +6 on that range. Finally, a shield battery going down. No cannons. Of course, he does not have the forge this time. Gonna shoot down anything he can with those scouts. They have like a funny hovering situation going on there, but it just simply feels like those scouts are not enough. He doesn't have any range to fight off the Hydras. I mean, he just traded all of his army to cancel a 3rd base, and then he gets overrun by an all-in because that base wasn't gonna be taken like there was no drones to saturate that. Boo. Classic, man. So Solar is gonna win that one. I feel like a lot of mistakes there from Classic. But yeah, good for Solar. Let's take the W there. But that also unfortunately means I'm starting to run out of games here.